This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
We might have to get a little explicit one for this because adult themes nudity.
Explicit.
Because
I
Belle.
don't think that's how it works, Ben.
That's how it works.
Oh yeah, no, I meant how do you go that little thing? You know,
Little
you know that little.
Oh.
You just tick it when you upload it. You
That
tick
would
a little.
be, Video Man Jack. He has to tick a little box.
Yeah, because Belle talks about how she showed her bits off.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. I had undies on. Jeez.
All right, well,
That'd be a first.
Okay, when is that a thing?
I don't know. Find out. Enjoy the episode. A little bit hot inside. I know, not like
Freezing
not
outside.
Not outside. Showers top of 14 again, but inside 28 degrees because there's a lot of computers in here. So we're gonna. I think we have to put that aircon on, please, Belle. Turn that down a little
My
bit.
wife
on.
Sam bought a couple of. It feels very like 90s. She bought some of those noodles that you put onto your door to stop
Oh,
the
those
the
the
snakes?
draft.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
snakes.
The
to-
bead snakes.
Yeah, the bead snakes
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
stop
yeah,
the
yeah,
draft
yeah.
coming in under the door.
Wow.
And they shit me to tears because when I try and open the door,
Yeah.
they snag on the carpet.
gotta move it.
So then I've got to kick the effing snake at 4
You know,
a.m. so I
other
can get out of
people-
my bedroom.
So you have there's the snakes, and the other one that some people have if they've got like crappy doors is they have that little pyramid of rice. You know, they have that little,
yeah,
you know,
to
that
keep the door open.
You know, yeah. To either keep it open or keep it
Yeah.
shut, I suppose, at
Yeah.
night. So
Oh,
it's just
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a weight that holds.
yeah, it's
the
like a
door
little
open.
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
So
the bean
that-
snake and you got the bean.
And if
Yeah.
you're trying to go to the
Pyramid.
toilet or something at night and
Yeah.
you're tripping over bean snakes and little pyramids
Yeah.
of rice,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
can you just invest in a better door.
That was Taylor Swift, Karma.
Don't forget about Ice Spice on the end there with the gat.
She has got that gat.
That gat.
What?
Me and Karma vibe like that. Ice Spice got that gat.
Do I want to know what that is?
Oh, I
Got
mean,
that gat,
being-
got
are
that
you
gat
being-
for the Rizzler?
Are you being mean?
no, not mean at all. No, I think Ice Spice. It's
I
pretty
love Ice Spice.
Yeah, no, and it's pretty commonly known. She's got that gat.
What is a gat?
Well, obviously someone hasn't been on TikTok
No,
lately.
you know I'm not on TikTok.
Belle struggles at doing good Instagram stuff, let alone good TikTok.
Yeah. Well, you watch in 2 years, you'll be singing songs about putting your gat out for the Rizzler, and
What is
Ben and I'll be like, that is so old.
Do I?
It's like a song. So it's like this kid sang this song on TikTok. We've got some here.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler.
What?
You're
How
so
old is that kid?
skibbity. You're so phantom tax.
I just don't find that.
And then like people have like sort of, because I think the original was like
Is that
sticking
kid,
out your
like,
tongue for
5?
the picture. Yeah, he's just playing Fortnite, just singing to his friends.
Yeah, I think it's worth. So should we explain gat? So
I think the gat is
like
a
big
booty.
a booty, a
It's
big
booty.
wagon.
Okay, I
So if
thought
you got a big
so.
gat, you got a big booty.
And if you know, if
Why
you
is it called a gat?
I think it's just like, God damn.
yeah, I've heard it's like
What?
gotta get that, like gat.
And then I think the Rizzler is like you got Riz, like you've got
Yeah.
game, and so people have been doing like covers of it like on like nice pianos, like really good singers and stuff.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. You're so phantom tax.
What is a phantom tax?
I don't. It's Phantom Tax, and I'm actually not sure on that.
Yeah,
one.
but I think when you ask too many
Yeah,
questions,
don't, like,
This is
come
why
on,
I
no, just be
don't
cool,
get
man. Just
TikTok.
be
This is
cool.
why I
Like,
just-
don't
it's
don't
not-
don't ask too many
Is
questions.
this
about
what you
it.
spend your days
course.
watching?
it is. Imagine you
It's
scroll
such a
through.
waste of your
You're
life.
scrolling through TikTok and then this comes up.
You're a Rizzler, and you got too far, cause you know it's double your grimace. Blizzard of eyes when you hit the green. If I'm baby crown, then can you be my lippy? I'm a Sigma, and I risk too hard, cause you know it's so high anyway.
Ash, in the newsroom, you're looking so confused. You've never heard of a Sigma Riz Lord
I have
before?
no idea what's going on.
Oh,
None.
Okay, so Ash, you're in the same
so
boat. Like,
you,
this is-
so Ash, you and Belle, you need to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
No, I watch TikTok on Instagram when it's 4 weeks
Oh
old.
god!
So you
and
have.
it filters out all the shit like this.
No.
Like, I don't care about
Right.
this stuff.
So I mean, I went to see Paul McCartney last week, and I wish he did this cover.
Speaking words of wisdom, skibbity. And when I'm in Ohio, Casanat will show his yacht to me. Speaking words of wisdom, skibbity.
Words of wisdom.
Oh, is that what he said?
I reckon.
Yeah.
Do you reckon, Liam, as a fun challenge this morning?
Yes.
Do you reckon at some point in the next 2 hours of our radio show,
Mm-hmm.
you could work in gap for the Rizzler
Yeah, absolutely.
without contexting what we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure. And every
the
15-year-old listening to the show will be like, hilarious! I love this.
Bonus points if you do it between 7:30 and 8:30. Like when the kids are really in the car, if you can get a gap for the Riz, that'd be awesome.
I'll keep
I
it
don't
in
want
mind.
this affecting the show.
Challenge accepted. Let's see how it goes.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
13 24 10. If you want to play the 610 quiz, if you get all 5 questions right, you're walking away with a $200 Kogan voucher. Kogan.com helps you get what you want for less. Kogan.com. Now that's clicking awesome.
Now, this is very, very exciting because we have got 4 first-time callers on the line. Now, we get our regulars, and we love our regulars coming on. That's awesome, but we always love when someone new calls the show. Rarely do you get 4 new people calling the show all at once. Now, we didn't know who to go to first, so just before we do what I'm going to do, let's say hello to Bo, Cynthia, Mark, and Thomas. How's everyone doing?
Good morning.
Yes, all right.
Hey, good.
Someone's a little slow off the mark.
Cynthia's a little slow there.
What I thought I would do this morning is because we couldn't pick who to put on first, I just thought we'd do shotgun. So 3, 2, 1.
Shotgun.
Or who was that? Someone definitely said first. Who was that?
Mark.
Mark from Daintree. Okay, you're our first caller. Definitely wasn't Cynthia. I think she just said shotgun now, but we've moved past her.
Everybody else hang there. If Mark gets one wrong, we will come back to you.
Yes. Mark, Australia defeated the Netherlands at the Cricket World Cup last night. How many balls in an over of cricket?
6.
Yep. Yeah, well done. Albo had a fancy dinner at US President Joe Biden's house. Where does he live, Joe Biden?
The White House.
He's got it. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been paid out in the latest episode of Family Guy. Topical as ever. Well done, Family Guy.
6 months late to the party.
They've just done a Coney 2012 episode. I didn't actually realise that show was still on. Family Guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Still watching that. But what's the name of the evil baby in Family Guy?
Stewie.
Stewie. That's right. The musical Hamilton is coming back to Australia. What is the surname of the main character of Hamilton in Hamilton the musical?
Must be Hamilton.
It's Hamilton. It's Hamilton. You read between the lines there. Last question here, Mark. You've done very well. You've called shotgun first.
You've played a very straight bat.
Yeah, you have.
I don't mind that.
And that's okay. Olivia Rodrigo says she toned down the lyrics of her latest album, Guts. Can you finish these lyrics?
Damn, so see your path.
Yeah, I'll give it.
Very
I'll
good.
give it. Yeah.
Mark, you've won that $200 Kogan voucher.
Nice.
You also get to pick the next song we play. So let me ask you, Mark, are you a bit of a thong guy?
Let me see that
Mark, if you're not into thongs, are you into TV rock?
We're boys looking for love. A young man needs violence. Licking guitars, a little desperate boys.
What are you feeling?
Yeah, look, you know what? I don't like either of them, but I'm gonna have to go for the thong song because the other one's annoying.
You me?
Hang
You
on.
don't like TV Rock and Dukes of Windsor, the others.
Mark, if
if you still had Blink 182 like yesterday, I would have been into
we did
it.
that.
Mark, if we take Blink off the table because we can't play the same one again, who else would you want to hear? Like, what's on your wish list?
Oh, some Simple Plan would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
do
get
some
some
Simple
simple
Plan.
plan on for you, Mark. I mean,
I mean, you won the quiz. Is there any? I mean, let me have a little. I'll have a quick look in the system.
Well, I mean, we don't
This
do
is
this for
not-
everyone, Mark,
yeah,
but,
no.
you know, because you're calling first time and we like you and you did well in the quiz.
We don't want to start a trend now where everybody just gets to just throw something
Yeah,
out
no.
there.
But Mark, because we like you, what about this one?
Lost it all, and nothing
Nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
Love it, Mark.
Dad, look at me. Think back and talk to me. Did I grow up according to plan? You're
only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Tonight feels like it's going to be a perfect night.
It is going to be huge. EA Sports FC 24 game. Football is yours. It's available everywhere now. I've been playing this game for like 20 plus years, which is a long time.
Okay.
No, I had 2002.
How old were you?
I was
You would
like,
have been 4, 5.
no, I was like 8.
Okay.
It was the one game growing up that Liam was allowed to play. I was more like a San Andreas kind of kid.
No, don't act all cool, Ben. You play nerd games like Zelda and you chase witches around
Mate,
and
I
brew
was a
potions.
San Andreas.
and-
I remember, I think it was my 9th birthday
What are you?
when San
What
Andreas
are the
came out.
last few games you've been
And
playing?
San Andreas, all the GTA games, they used to always come out on my birthday, November 9th. It was awesome. And so I remember on my birthday, I went to EB Games and I got San Andreas. And I remember I got it before they re-released it without any blood in it. So I got the actual blood version of San Andreas.
Do you still
and it was
have
awesome.
it? Because that's vintage.
I reckon I do still have it. I reckon my
pretty cool.
brother might have it in
Look,
his collection.
I get that. You played a bit of GTA. That's cool. But you mostly play nerd games. I play sport games.
Mate, what do you mean nerd games?
We play nerd games.
What do you mean nerd games? Zelda's one of the best games of all time.
Yeah, for
excuse
nerds.
me, all games are nerd games.
No,
they're not.
no,
They're not.
EAFC
They're
is not.
all nerd
Look,
games.
it's besides
It
the point.
annoys me when you, someone who just plays sport games, talks about other games because other games are amazing.
Yeah,
It
well, look,
annoys me when you guys talk about games in general.
well, Belle, you're getting involved with this, so don't.
Yeah,
do it.
actually, I am.
So,
and I want to be a part of it.
Here's the thing. Tonight, 6:30, we're doing a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
We're all playing EAFC 24. Why should you watch it? Why should you care? Well, register via the Nova Player. Pick who you think should win, whether it be Ben, who's played games for many a year, doesn't really play these sorts of games, me, who's played this game for a long time, or Belle, who doesn't play any games at all.
Beginner's luck.
If you pick the right team, you could score yourself $2,000 and a PS5. So we'll put all the links on our socials so you can follow and watch the stream tonight. Mark in Geelong, you're going to be watching. Hopefully you can score yourself that PS5. Who do you think's got it in the bag tonight?
As a 20-year FIFA player myself, Liam, I'm going to go to you, mate. I don't think Ben's got a chance.
But
Thank
you
you.
don't think though, like someone like myself, Mark, who's just like a natural athlete when it comes to video games.
No, but
Athlete.
it's like but Mark, it's different, isn't it? Because it's like if you don't know the mechanics of the game, like
But I do know the mechanics of the game.
no, yeah, but like it's like you've played for like 2 weeks, right? And
Yeah.
I've played this specific game for 20 years. So when my back's up against the wall, I'm just going to revert to like what I was doing in 2004, and yeah.
My younger brother is the best gamer I know. He can't get a Div 9. So. and
Oh
I'm
my
Div
God!
3,
In Div
so,
Rivals, he
yeah.
can't even get Div 9. Oh, what a loser, dude! Probably doesn't even play Weekend League.
He does not.
Oh my God! I'm gonna flame Ben. So hard tonight.
One thing that does annoy me, Liam and I have played FIFA a few times against each other, and yeah, Liam has won. But I've been
Ooh.
practicing. But one thing that really annoys me about Liam playing FIFA is he does subs. So you will like take a player and you'll sub them off and change them.
Of course you will.
Yeah,
but
If they're
isn't that
running
a
out
part
of
of it?
gas, of course.
Yeah,
But
I
isn't
don't
that
know.
a part of it?
Well, yeah, but for me it's like, all right, mate.
Okay,
That's what they do in
it.
actual.
Exactly, Belle. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Like-
I just think he's taking it, a little bit too
Mark,
seriously.
Oh,
Mark.
well,
I
hang
mean,
on.
if you play, you obviously bring subs on if you want some pace late in the game, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely. My flashback Kevin De Bruyne has had a standby the 70th
Oh.
minute. You have to bring subs on.
are you for real, dude? You did that SBC,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah,
I wish I did
100%.
that SBC, man. It ran out. Yeah, dude. Oh, jeez. We should play Ultimate Team sometime.
Cool.
There's definitely a level of EA Sports FC 24 that I'm not operating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's definitely a level there.
He's got
Welcome,
flashbacks
Ben,
to Bruyne.
welcome.
That's go to the source.
EA Sports FC 24. Football is yours. Available everywhere now. We are playing it tonight. Make sure you watch the stream. And make sure if you want to win $2,000 and a PS5, you register novafm.com.au whose team you want to be on. Doja Cat painting the town red right across Melbourne. Good morning. You are here with Ben, Liam and Belle. Today's weather much the same as yesterday, unfortunately. Very cold. Feels like we're in a second winter. Top of 15 degrees. It's 10 past 8, and the show's brought to you by What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Ben, Liam, something happened to me on the weekend that it's been sitting in my head rent-free all week, but I'm only ready to talk about it now.
Okay, well, this is a safe space.
Thank you. I I went to a gig on the weekend, one of my favourite musical acts, duos, Flight Facilities.
In terms of like favourite duos, does it go Flight Facilities and then Ben and Liam, or?
Trio now, mate, or a trio?
Yeah, we are, but I just mean
Exactly.
like we were a duo before we were a trio.
Yeah.
So I still think she thinks of like Flight
probab-
Facilities and then Ben and Liam.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Let's go with that. Well, they do beautiful music, and they were doing like a DJ.
And we used to do beautiful content.
Beautiful radio.
You used to do beautiful content. Okay. Okay. Rude. Well, I went to their gig on the weekend, and it was really cool because they just have DJ decks and you know, they hit play and it goes. And they were bringing people up on stage. And I was front row with one of my best mates, and we got pulled up onto stage, which was awesome. We were so excited. And so we're up on stage and we were dancing around, and it was just like the vibe was like, just go for it, have fun, set the vibe for everybody. So they're playing, people are dancing around them. Rule was don't touch them or the decks. And so we were...
Who tells you that? The security?
Literally,
or them?
they were like, come up on stage.
But don't touch them.
And they were like, no, only one rule, don't go near them, don't
Yeah.
touch them. Apparently the night before they did it, and some girl went up and started pressing buttons. So,
Oh, yeah,
you
don't
know.
do that.
Yeah,
do
don't be that person.
Come on now.
So we were dancing around, and we were wearing like little matching skirts because it was a dress-up theme as well. And
What was the theme?
it was like dress as a decade. So we came as 90s. So we had like pleated skirts, and we were dancing around, and I didn't realise.
I thought the theme was little matching skirts. That'd be a bit creepy if they're like, you can only come if you're wearing real little skirts.
I didn't realise that on stage there was like a big fan that faced up and out towards the crowd.
That seems very conveniently placed for the little skirt theme.
I think they knew what they were doing.
It seems like it was all planned.
Doesn't add up, Flight Facilities. Questions need to be asked.
Shush, shush. Well, I went in front of the fan, and the whole skirt went up. And I was like, God damn, like there's thousands of people.
And then
watching.
all of a sudden you're sticking out your gout for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity, you're so Phantom Tax, and everyone's like, what?
Yeah, so yes, and freaked out a little bit, very embarrassed. About 20 minutes later, accidentally did it again. Went back in front of the fan.
Okay, well now you're just looking for attention, Belle.
Well, now you're twerking on the fan. So, make up your, okay, Marilyn Monroe. Oh, it keeps happening. Like, I don't know. Be conscious of it the second time.
Well, it's very embarrassing. 13, 24, 10. When did you accidentally flash in public? It's horrible, and it happens though. Could be the bottom, could be the top.
It does happen. Ash Gardner in the newsroom. Have you ever accidentally flashed?
Yeah, look, when I was in Year 12, the Year 12 drama students were asked to help out at the Year 7 Shakespeare night, and the directive was to turn up in your Shakespeare outfits. And when I got there, all the other Year 12s were wearing normal clothes with a touch of Shakespeare, like a little hat.
Right.
I'd missed the memo, and I'd come in full Shakespearean garb, like the Elizabethan gown.
Yeah.
With, the corset, the whole 9 yards. And I was mortified. So I'm like, I'll duck around behind the building and get changed because I'd brought a change of clothes.
Whoa.
And my best friend Claire was going to be the lookout. And safe to say she was a mediocre lookout because as I was hoisting this dress over my head and it was kind of stuck because of the corset and the headpiece, the giant headpiece that I'd worn.
The Jacobean ruff.
Yeah.
So, very hard to get off all that garb.
And as I did that, the doors behind me flung open. Turns out that was the main entrance for the hall, and that's where all the parents started walking up.
Oh, God.
All right, accidental flashes, 13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz if it's ever happened to you.
Apologies to anyone who was at the Flight Facilities gig over the weekend. Belle flashed everyone in the room. It was an accidental flashing, though, Belle.
Supposedly.
Apologies. Hope you've recovered.
Yeah,
Could be.
supposedly. Apparently there was a...
I just,
Congratulations.
No, I'm just saying, some people might not want to be exposed to,
Yeah.
It's actually a crime. It's actually indecent exposure.
Oh, okay,
to be
well, I
honest, we
wasn't
should actually be calling
naked.
Crime Stoppers.
Yes.
Okay,
You
my
just gotta be
skirt
careful.
flew up. It's different.
Twice.
Yeah. First, shame on Flight Facilities. Twice, shame on you, Belle.
I didn't know there was a fan facing up, and I was wearing a skirt. So 13, 24,
And we're talking about a
10.
fan that blows the hair, by the way. There was obviously lots of fans at the gig looking up.
Thought that.
Well, they might have.
13 24 10. Accidental flashes. Did it happen to you? Ben in Bitten joins us now. It happened to your wife. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were on a holiday over in Bali, and don't know why she was singing, I've got the love big on coconut. But she was swimming backwards, doing breaststroke in the pool with her bra top halfway down. She didn't realise.
She certainly did, didn't she?
Yeah. And that would have gone down so well at the swim-up bar. You know what I mean? Just 10 bintangs deep for breakfast. Sam in Melton joins us now. What happened? An accidental flashing?
Right, guys. I was driving my car and I was wearing a crop jumper, like, the jumpers, but they're like a half jumper.
Yeah.
Your tummy.
Yep.
Yeah. And usually I wear a bra or something under it, but that day I wasn't. And I put my seatbelt on, and you know how the seatbelt sits in between your boobs?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I do know that, yes.
When I put it on, it lifted the right side of my jumper up. So I was driving around with my boob out and didn't notice until a car flagged me down.
Oh,
A
that's
car
kinda-
flagged you down.
To tell,
Yeah,
obviously.
no.
To ask for your number or to tell you?
It's normally like, your light's out or something like that, or your tyre looks a bit flat, not like, you've got a boob hanging out. You've got a boob that, your top, yeah.
Sam, great story. Thank you very much. Erin in Croydon joins us now. Good morning, Erin. Accidental flashes. Tell us what happened.
Hi, guys. I used to live on a main road opposite a high school, and my shower had a window facing out on that main road. And from the inside out, it looked frosted. But one day I had a shower. After the shower, there was a knock on the door. And I opened the door, and it was the principal of the school across the road.
Oh.
And he said, I'm really sorry to tell you, but your window in your shower isn't frosted. And we can see you in the shower clear as day.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine being one of the year 9 boys being like, hey, guess what? There's this spot on the oval, right? And if you go there at like 9 a.m., you're never going to guess. You were never, ever going to guess.
That's so embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
Erin.
Did you get it frosted after, Erin?
Oh, I actually was moving out within the month.
Okay.
I would probably move suburbs too. Yeah. It's a bit of a worry. James in Thomastown, what happened to you?
So we were on a kind of a primary school excursion. I would have been probably in grade 2, I think so. And pretty much one of the activities there was the flying fox. So most of the other kids were pretty scared to attempt this.
Yep.
But I thought, I should give it a go, kind of make some friends by doing it.
Yep.
So halfway down, my pants decided to come loose and kind of stay around my ankles.
No.
And for the remaining of the zip line, I had my pants around my ankles.
Are we talking, not to be too graphic here, we're going pants and undies, James?
Luckily, it was just the pants.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I probably weren't too happy with the choice of undies at the time either.
That's true. I mean,
because were they like a bit dirty, or they just like an embarrassing? They have like a kid's cartoon on it, or?
Yeah, it was just, I think, a weird cartoon character at the time that I was into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the sort of age where you are concerned about how cool your undies are.
Yeah.
Like you feel like, if you're a little bit different, you're going to get judged.
The fact that you went on the Flying Fox to look cool and make some friends, you said, but in doing so, you actually probably lost some
You became the
friends.
flying Captain Underpants. Mia in Bentley, accidental flashes. What happened to you?
Many, but I will definitely just stick with the one. I was living in London doing the working holiday, and you know those long, like 3-story attached houses in England, in London. My bedroom, I had flatmates, and my bedroom was on the probably 2nd or 3rd level, and I came out of a shower singing and moving around, looking for my clothes, looked up, and I forgot they had double-decker buses in London, and the traffic was quite bad, and they were stationary. Every head was turned, just blankly looking at me.
And
And I
cameras. You'd have all the tourist cameras just, going off, snapping.
It's a nice look into the local life.
And there you have a nude local.
A nude woman to the left and the gherkin to the right. Sarah from Brighton East, tell us about your accidental flashing.
Good morning. So I was 16 years old. This is at 30 years ago, and I was on the Gold Coast with a bunch of scouts who'd just been on a big camp, and we decided to stay a few more nights in the Gold Coast, and someone said, oh, let's go bungee jumping. We're like, yep, sweet, awesome. There's one where you're on top of it. They took you up on a crane and then you dived off the crane.
Whoa.
As soon as I hit the water, I kind of submerged, came back out, and realised that my bikini top was up around my neck. And all my little 16-year-old friends were down the bottom watching me. And then, so dishevelled from having leapt off this crane and like trying to put myself back together. And then I find they have to crane you back down to the ground. And when I got down the bottom, it was an American guy running it, and he just took one look at me and went, "Nice hooters." And I just sighed.
And then the worst bit is they try and charge you $30 for the photo.
World's best. They're the best in the world.
I am Charlie Eggers, and I'm the world's best beekeeper.
World's best.
We're joined now by Charlie, 13-year-old Aussie. Now, you are the world's fastest blindfolded speed cuber. We are talking the humble Rubik's Cube here. Now, Charlie, can you give us your time?
So I got a 12.10 seconds Rubik's Cube blindfolded solve, and that includes the memorization.
No way.
12 seconds.
You looked at a Rubik's Cube that was all jumbled up. You memorised how to solve it, then had a blindfold put on, and you solved it blindfolded in 12 seconds.
Yep.
Charlie, is your mind a computer?
I mean, I think it's actually like much easier than people think, or like more simple, I guess.
No, it's not. Because there's the ability to solve it, and then there's the ability to memorise it as well. Charlie, how old were you when you solved your first Rubik's Cube?
I was, I think, 10 years old when I first solved my first Rubik's Cube, which is about 4 and a bit years ago.
So not that long.
And tell us, did you just do it and then you showed it to mum and dad and they were blown away, or are they pretty good at the Rubik's Cube as well?
My dad, he learnt, and then he taught me. And then I just kept on practicing from there, and now I'm quite a bit faster than him.
So solving a Rubik's Cube, Charlie, isn't something that you can just innately do. It's more of a skill that you can develop.
You need to learn from a tutorial somewhere, because it's really, really hard to work out. But from there, you can just keep practicing.
Be honest with me, sometimes when they're really hard, you just take one of the stickers off and put it on the other one.
The cubes that I use actually don't have stickers.
Whoa! Playing with the big boys now.
Big boy cube.
So, Charlie, who's the second best in the world at this? Are they also an Australian?
There was actually an Australian who held the world record back in 2019, who I was doing a lot of learning from. But the main other fast blindfolded solver right now his name is Tommy Cherry, and he's from the US, and he still holds the world record for the average of 3 solves.
Right. He sounds cool, Tommy Cherry.
Tommy Cherry.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're in your prime, 13 years old. I mean, you've got a big career ahead of you.
Where to from here, Charlie? What's the next goal?
I just really, really enjoy getting faster, and so I still want to try and get my average time down to around 14 seconds, because I think that would just be really cool. And then also doing the 4x4 Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
Oh, 4x4.
Oh, I didn't even realise. So the cubes get bigger and more complicated.
Oh my God.
I find it so hard to comprehend. So what? Does everyone at school know that you're the best in the world at blindfolded Rubik's cubing? Is that a known fact?
Some of my classmates know. A lot of my friends have actually learnt as well, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. Not too many people know, thankfully.
Oh, they will
Charlie.
now, Charlie.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Superstar. Surely at some point though you can't get any faster, right? Because there's so many steps involved with processing it, being blindfolded, and then actually making all the movements with your hands.
Now it's blindfolded. Is there another step where it's and you're underwater?
Yeah, holding your breath.
I mean, some people do that. I think even solving a cube blindfolded while skydiving.
I love that.
Where does it end?
Well, Charlie, hey, you make us a promise right now. If you're attempting jumping out of a plane whilst blindfolded, solving a Rubik's Cube, you call us again, because you're always welcome on this show, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, absolute legend, Charlie. You have a great day, mate. You got school today, or?
Yes, I do.
All right, mate. You enjoy school.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya, Charlie.
World's best. They're the best in the world.
He wants to do so many things before Ben Harvey turns 30. 30 things before he's 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 30.
Before Ben Harvey turns 30 in a couple of weeks, there's a lot of new experiences we want to give him. Just recently, he got his nipple pierced for the first time, jumped off a 10-metre diving board. We're just speaking to the world's best Rubik's Cuber there. Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube before?
I had a Rubik's Cube growing up, was never able to solve it.
They're so hard.
They're super hard.
Well, maybe that can be one.
I'd do
It'll
that.
take a while.
I'll do
But
that.
you can just do it in your own
Yeah,
time. You
put
know,
it on the
just
list. Solve a Rubik's
Solve
Cube.
a Rubik's Cube. Yesterday, we challenged you to a little bit of a different one. It wasn't necessarily like jumping off something scary.
It was just being nice.
Just being nice, yeah. Something that you've not done
The
before.
worst one yet.
we just wanted you to do a random act of kindness. So we sent you to Coles, South Melbourne. And just said, hey, just pay for someone's groceries. You know, you see those videos, those really like feel-good videos where like people start crying and like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah, so I had a little hidden mic on my person, and this is how I went when I tried to do my random act of kindness.
Excuse me, sir. Did you want to pay for that?
No.
You
please.
sure?
100%.
I'd love to.
I paid.
I pay. Okay, you have a good day. Shit. You didn't want me to pay. You didn't want to pay.
I mean, you weren't very persistent.
Yeah, but he was literally like, no, like that was cut down. He was like, no, I pay, and I was like, I'll pay. No,
I get it. I would feel weird if someone's like, I'm going to pay for your groceries. I'd be like, no, because like, what if you want something from me after?
Yeah.
Like, what's the catch? You know?
So look, that was the first attempt. This is the next 3 attempts.
Did you want to pay for that? I can pay for that. I can pay for it. No, you sure? You sure? Okay. Do you want to pay for that, mate?
Sorry?
I can pay for that if you want.
Nah, you're all right, mate.
You sure?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, no worries. Everyone's got too much money. Excuse me. Do you want me to pay for that?
Sorry?
Do you want me to pay for that?
No,
you sure I can do it?
Yeah, no.
I'm just trying to do something kind. I've asked 4 people.
Didn't go too well.
It's like, can't pay people to pay for their groceries.
I think it's your approach. You can't just walk up and go,
What are
"I
you
wanna pay
talking
that."
about? I go over there and say, do you want to pay for that?
No.
I don't know
you
what
go
else.
up and you say, "Excuse me,
It's true.
I'm doing a random act of kindness.
I
I'd love
agree,
to pay
Belle.
for your groceries."
I think so. Like normally you
can't
say
just
like,
go-
hey, I would like to do something nice for the world.
Yes.
You can pass this on if you want.
Yes.
You're just like, I'm going to pay for that.
I pay for it.
This last woman, some people that saw it said I snuck up behind
You
her.
were, to be fair, you were like basically like popping out behind people and saying, I'm going to pay for it. And they were obviously like, they were wigging out. They didn't really know what to do.
This woman does scream, but then I do end up paying for her groceries.
Did you want me to pay for that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to spook you. I'm just trying to pay for people's shopping.
No, I've only got $2. You can pay for someone else.
You sure though? It's on my work card. It's not me. Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Love that. Yeah, no worries. Paying it forward. You have a great day.
Thank you so
See ya.
$2.
$2?
Yeah, she literally had a little box of cookies.
$2.
Well, I don't know, Belle. What are you going to do?
You're supposed to like shout like $100 grocery shop.
I did it.
That doesn't count.
Random act of kindness.
That doesn't count.
Done.
I think it counts. I think it counts.
Jamie joins us now. You've called 132410. You have a suggestion for 30 before 30. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I actually do, and it's kind of in a way for Belle as well. I want you to try being vegetarian for a week, fully committed to it. Belle can give you some pointers. And then by the end of the week, I want you to give like a segment report on like how you found it, what you found, and kind of what you learned about it.
Jamie, where have you been all my life? Yes.
Grumble.
Love that.
Jamie, can I do it for a day?
Oh, it's not hard.
No, you got to do it for a week.
Yes, Jamie.
Full experience.
Jamie, are you veggie?
I used to be. Unfortunately, for health conditions, I couldn't continue with it.
Can I say,
but, I understand the commitment.
I've definitely never done a week, but my wife Sam did a big vegetarian stint there for a while. She's now pescatarian, so I'm not going home every day and eating, lamb chops. It's every third night,
you do.
I look, for the sake of the bit, I will do veggie for a week.
Really?
I'll do veggie for a week, yeah.
Oh, Ben,
Yeah.
how fantastic. Jamie, thanks so much for calling with that suggestion. That's awesome.
And then the next week, thank you, Jamie, appreciate that. And the next week, I'm going to
No.
do the carnivore diet.
Yeah, only raw meat.
No.
To even it out.
Don't.
It finally happened. Albo got his date with Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's right. Because wasn't it gonna happen? And then Joe Biden sort of dogged him last minute.
Yeah.
And it felt like a bit of a slap in the face to our countrymen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got better things to do though. He was like,
What,
dinner.
sleeping?
No, I guess.
Sleepy
I guess
Joe.
running a country.
Sleepy Joe,
Sleepy Joe. Very sleepy.
He's sleepy. Apparently, they enjoyed some nice ribs at the White House.
Sarsaparilla braised short ribs.
Yep. That yuck. I mean,
Sounds
even as a
delicious.
vegetarian, Bill, you've got to say that sounds like a ritzy dish.
Where did we go yesterday?
Oh, we went to Meatworks. Yeah,
for a team
we went out
lunch
for a team lunch
at Meatworks.
Ben and I picked the location, Meatworks.
And Belle was
South
like,
Melbourne.
"What am I going to eat?" And we're like, "Oh, I don't know." And then you look at the menu and you got a bowl of beans.
I got a side of beans.
I'll tell you what, the
had to tell
meat-
the guy
Oh.
though, like the waiter, literally he was wearing a jumper and it had a pig on it, and it was really sad.
What's the
and the whole
Meatworks?
place had like butcher's knives and everything up on display,
Yeah.
and it was literally called
If,
Meatworks.
if you're ever in South Melbourne, you get a chance, go to Meatworks. We got the smoked brisket burger.
yeah,
Oh my
beautiful.
god, it had gravy on it.
Oh, so nice.
So good.
I recommend the beans. It's really good.
Big day for me, Ben and Belle. It's 10 years since I finished high school.
Oh, today.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years. Where does the time go? Seniors, class of 13.
You're 2013.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. And I went up a year.
Hang on, what do you mean?
Well, I was born in 96, so I finished when I was,
nerd.
finished when I was a young
Well,
pup.
2013. Yeah, I'm not that surprised. I was 2012.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then Ben.
I never made it.
That's right.
That's
I couldn't
okay.
tell you. I couldn't tell you. I reckon I was in year 9 in 2009. So year 10 was 2010.
Yeah, that would have been. That's the same as me though.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was year 12, 2012.
Okay.
Which
so
was the year the world was supposed to end, so we were all doing our exams going, it doesn't actually matter because
Oh,
the world's about to
yeah,
end
December.
anyway.
Yeah, the movie came
and
out.
then it didn't, and some kids, poor kids, just didn't try very hard.
Well, their world's ended. But yeah, look, it's a weird one because it's the big 10-year anniversary this weekend. But I went to school in Adelaide. That's where I grew up. I've also been interstate a lot the last few weekends. It's the first sort of weekend. I just want to just chill out here in Melbourne and just have a nice quiet one. So I'm not going to go. But I don't know if it's one of those things that maybe in 5 years I'll go, oh, geez, I regret that. Never went to
Why
the...
would you want to go back to a school reunion and see all the people you didn't like in the first place and then have unpleasant small talk?
Well, it might be, you know...
Sounds like hell.
There might be some glow-ups, you know, where you're like, oh, good on you. Like, you just eat ants and have chocolate milk down your shirt, and now you're like this big hotshot lawyer, you know, like... That's
what people think about you, Liam.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I would...
And drink chocolate milk, now you got a radio show.
Very specific
I would
example.
be... Okay, yes, I was Ant, chocolate milk boy. No, but I feel like it would... You're right. Like, it could be awkward, but on the flip, it might be like, oh,
What do you
wow,
want to get out of
haven't
it,
seen
though?
you for ages. Well,
Like,
I'm not
what
going,
would you
so
get out of
I'm
it?
not going. But
Yeah.
I suppose it would just be a bit of a weird moment of seeing people, a lot of people that you haven't seen for 10 years. There's a couple of people I keep in touch with from school, but for the most part, I don't really see a lot of those people.
I obviously didn't make it to year 12, so I never went to mine. My mum and dad, I remember being younger. I was probably like a teenager. Maybe I was 12 or 13. And mum and dad went to I reckon it was their 30. It might have been their 40-year school
Yeah.
reunion. And when they were there, they did like an awards for the people that attended. And it was like, who's the hottest now?
Oh.
And I remember they came home from the reunion and Dad had a trophy because he got the hottest from that class. Mum did not get a trophy. But the thing that was weird was I think they got them up on stage. So Dad had to like go up and then there was another woman who got hottest, but then they were standing side by side and Mum was just in the audience.
Also, I mean, your dad's like a perfectly good-looking man, but also it's a bit of a worry if he's the hottest in the
Yeah.
class. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, that's awful though.
What happened at your school reunion, 2014? Was it god awful, or did someone come in on like a helicopter? You're like, oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that guy, and now he's like super rich. Good on him. Did you go to yours, Belle?
No, because they put it on a Thursday night for some reason
That's
last
annoying.
year, and we were interstate at that point, so I didn't get to go. But we did have we had a 1 year, which was like,
Oh God, too
it was
soon.
a real just check in with like,
Yeah.
how's uni?
Yeah, stuff that.
Yeah, that was a weird one, but there was a girl that already had a kid. So that was pretty wild. That was
Hot
big-
topic.
It was. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, did you see Sarah has a kid?"
Did she bring the kid to the reunion?
No, but she was like, she was doing that thing where she was showing everyone photos. But we were all still like 18, so everyone was like, I don't really like find this cute.
Yeah. That kid would be like, have a beard by now. Isn't that weird thinking?
Okay.
All right, 13, 24, 10. What happened at your school reunion? Caitlin in Fitzroy, what happened?
Hey, Ben, and Belle. Well, I actually didn't go to mine.
No one does.
Said that I would. I clicked attending on the Facebook event. So there was 140 people that the person who organised it rounded up that all clicked attending, and I found out that only 3 people ended up going.
That's so sad.
I know. I felt so bad after. I actually went to a gig that night that was across the road from the venue it was at, but I didn't pop in.
Did they book out a venue and stuff for it?
Yeah, they did. It was fully catered for and everything.
Could you imagine being the person that loves school so much?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to organise a reunion and everyone's going to get together. It's going to be just like the old days.
Yeah, I must admit, like I liked school, but I think it's a little bit sad if you were the person going, guys,
let's get together.
Come on,
Our school
let's do it.
organises
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think our school
Yeah,
organises
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're like just one of the people who finished school 10 years, I reckon they're the same type of people that you go to the shops and they're wearing like class of 2009 jumpers.
Yeah.
I'm like, get over it, okay? Like, we get it. You went to school. Like, it's done. Sophie in Footscray, what happened at your school reunion?
So we didn't actually go to our reunion. Instead, we decided that we were going to stay in, and we got a Guess Who board game and cut out photos from the yearbook.
Oh.
And then in the photos, we're like, oh, who got caught doing the deed in the toilet?
Yeah,
That's
right.
fun.
That's a bit of fun.
When you say we, was it just your like close friendship circle that did that?
Yeah, I had a close friendship circle, and we agreed that we're not going to go because we hate all these people.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
That's
and
fun.
Talked about them instead.
Good idea,
Yeah. No, I
Soph.
kind of like that. It seems a bit mean girls, bit burn book, but like,
Yeah.
no.
But in a fun way.
But like, at least you're still, with the people that you liked from that time. Brad and Hillside, are you one person that actually went to their 10-year school reunion?
I did. We had a guy at our school who was a Michael Jackson impersonator, and but later on, he tried to bust out some moves like he used to back in school, and as he did the splits, he came back up and like tore his hamstring.
So there was a guy at your school or a kid at your school that used to love doing Michael Jackson dance moves and then went on to become a professional impersonator.
Yes.
So, and that's the thing, Brad. I don't really know your age, but I'm assuming at school it was kind of a fun thing that he was doing Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Everyone loved the guy. 10 years later, maybe the impression sort of that's one that could probably be left in the past. you know.
Yeah.
Do we need to be doing Michael still?
Yeah. I imagine everyone going, oh, you still do that?
I used to do that bit. Oh, you're the guy who does.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Honestly,
Okay.
people would be like, I would be the guy at school. They're like, yeah, there's this Borat impersonator guy. But like, if I came back and went like, class of 2013,
But
high
you
five,
still-
bum,
you-
bing, bang, bong.
You still do that.
Yeah, are they playing some cocky butt check later on? Bing, bang, bing, bang.
Angela in Brunswick, good morning. What happened at your school reunion?
Good morning, guys. Love your work.
Thank you.
Actually had a student and a teacher turn up together. They'd actually after school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good. And I mean, obviously they were together after the fact, Angela.
Oh, well, you would assume
yeah.
so.
So
Okay,
they-
yeah, that's in the same category as the Michael Jackson impersonator, I think.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, Bill was a bit slow to that
Oh.
one. Morning, Melbourne.
How's this? I'm a celeb. Obviously, the new season. Chris Brown's gone. He's moved on now. And yesterday, the big story was that Bob Irwin's going to be taking over his job. Well, his supposed earnings have been leaked. 6-week gig. How's this? $430,000. Not
Wow.
bad.
For a 19-year-old.
Yeah, that's a lot of snake food, which I'm assuming he'll be spending most of it on.
Which would be frozen mice.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
Frozen.
Yeah.
I think they got to keep them fresh.
Did you never have a friend with a snake? I feel like everyone had a friend with a snake.
No.
Ben grew up in a very different area.
Did you not have a friend laying with a snake?
Oh, I did have one friend with a snake, to be fair.
Yeah. And you go around their house and they go, "You want to feed it?" And then they'd go to the freezer and get out a frozen mouse. And they would dangle it for about 5 minutes and go, "It'll happen.
No.
Yeah, and then it would get it.
My friend with a snake had like the grossest house I've ever been to. Like, he had one of those houses where it just all smelled like cat wee.
Yes.
And it was like
Snakes
just like
stink.
hoarder sort of house.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you seem really normal at school. But
Wow, I
what's
hope
going
he's
on
not
there?
listening. That's me.
Well,
if he is, he knows who he is. Clean
Mate.
the act up.
Yeah. Get the vacuum out. It wouldn't hurt you. Clean up some of the rat poo around your house.
This is very respectable, Belle. Britney Spears' new book's come out, and you woke up at midnight and you've read the entire thing.
Yes.
And you've picked it apart, and you've got the takeaways for us.
You know me, huge Brit fan.
Yep.
Well, yeah, the memoir is out today.
What did she call it?
It's called The Woman in Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty. I reckon there's.
She should
Have you not seen the cover? It's everywhere.
I don't think I've seen the cover.
What? It's like a black book, and then it's got like a black and white photo of her, and she's like
I'm gonna
topless,
look
but
it
she's
up.
like covering herself
She should have
up.
said the womanizer in me. Wouldn't have made sense,
Here we
but
go.
it would have been
That's
a fun
funny, though.
play on
That's a fun
song titles.
Because people will go, oh, yeah, I remember that song.
Well, it could have also been called like My Toxic Life or something like that, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, because
yeah,
of her
of course.
song Toxic.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. We got there. Do you want me to keep going? Like, we can just go through all the different pun titles, but
Yeah, I've got no
whoops,
more.
I released a book.
Yeah. I was thinking that could be her follow-up.
Read me, baby. Well, anyway, we're just going to... Okay. So... Oh, no, Ben!
Baby. No, we got to stop
Yeah.
because she's got so many hits.
Yes, and she's got so many stories that she's shared in this book, and everyone's picking it apart and taking out all the big things. We actually spoke yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, about her audition for The Notebook with that incredible audio.
That's right.
Yeah, so there's things like that, and there's nice things like her sharing things about her friendship with Paris Hilton. She was like her best friend throughout her whole life. She lived next door to Olivia Newton-John for
Really?
a bit. Yeah, random. She said she always used to wave and say, "Hi, Olivia Newton-John." So there's a few little fun things in this book, but she has not held back when it comes to her relationship with Justin Timberlake. Now, she's really lifted the lid on this relationship and all the things that went down. Supposedly, apparently, Justin is freaking out and, there's reports going, oh, he's at home freaking out about the book and he's really unhappy about it. But I don't know. Don't believe everything you read. But she has said that he cheated on her multiple times and then she cheated on him once. Then they broke up. And then apparently, once they broke up, within the next week, he slept with 6 people. He just went hard.
I mean, I would assume
He did.
Justin Timberlake would sleep with 6 people a day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
seems low
That
for
seems
JT,
like,
yeah.
he slept with 6 people a week. It's Justin Timberlake.
He slowed down.
Like in Sexy Back era. Like he was
Yeah.
wearing the double denim and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you kidding me? Like do you know what I mean? Like I'm sure it was crazier than
True,
that.
but the poor girl, she said as well as like that. Then afterwards, she saw him at the 2007 VMAs right before she went on and did her iconic performance. She saw him and she started having a panic attack and she's freaking out. And then everyone's like, "Don't worry about it. Just go on stage and nail it." So she really opens up about all these really, really tough times and the tours that she hated doing, and really just opening up. But the best part as well is she shares a lot of funny stories, like the one time she had an encounter with aliens.
Whoa.
Now we're talking.
Now, I
Okay.
don't know about this, but she said, poor girl, she said that she was driving with her friend one day and she felt a spiritual feeling come over her. And her first thought was, this is aliens. And she says in her book she wanted to turn to her friend and say, "Do you believe in aliens?" But she didn't want to sound crazy. So she's now written about it in the book instead.
I was hoping for more. I was hoping she was, I flat out got abducted or whatever. I saw one, but being I got a bit of a feeling inside.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown.
Did she physically feel an alien poke her, or she had a feeling
Okay,
inside?
I never said anything about an alien poking
I
her.
thought that she was in a
I
car.
never-
I thought you said she was in a car and an alien poked her.
What? No.
No?
Oh, I thought a big alien digit came over at the back, from the back
And
seat
then
and tapped her, and
she
she
saw
turned
the-
around and it was
yeah.
a big head in the rear.
And then she didn't want to say to the friend, "Can you see that?" Because she didn't want to seem crazy.
I literally said she was driving with a friend and she got a spiritual feeling. I don't know where
that
you
doesn't.
got that.
I reckon you should just put that in so we can talk about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
sometimes I get a weird feeling as well. Most of the time, I just need to go to the toilet. It's not aliens. You know what I mean?
Imagine this. You're looking for a house and you're on realestate.com or you're on Domain and you find a house in Newport that you love and you're flicking through the photos and then bam, you spy a room that's filled to the rafters with Lego. We're talking from the floor all the way to the ceiling with Lego. Well, that's exactly what has happened. Chris joins us now. You're selling your house, but in doing so, Melbourne has become obsessed with your Lego room.
Yeah, I'm blown away. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very good,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Chris, I suppose the big question is, does the Lego come with the house?
Look, for the right price, yeah, it could.
Whoa, well, right price. Chris, how much Lego do you have? How much is it worth?
Look, to be honest, I really don't know. I actually don't know because I've been collecting for 40 years, so it's not like something. Yeah, so since I was 7, and I have received a lot of the Lego for birthday and Christmas presents because I'm so easy to buy for. Just buy me Lego.
True.
And so I believe from the photos I've seen that your partner, are they also into the Lego?
No, well, he supports me in it, as in he buys me lots of presents.
Yep.
But no, when he was a kid, yes, he loves Lego.
Yep. So all the pieces that have been put, because it looks amazing, all the pieces though that you've built, you build them by yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I put all the kits together. Plus, I do my own builds as well. So I've got my own brick pit. So,
So you would have just thought half your luck when that Lego Masters show came on. Are you kidding me? They were actually doing this. Hamish Blake's going to be on a show. Have you ever thought about being on the show?
Oh, everyone keeps telling me to go on it, but I feel like they're so talented. Like they're so talented, the people that go on
It's
there.
just
and
more of a hobby
I
for
feel,
you?
Yeah, I just don't feel like I could live up to that standard at all.
With your brick pit, Chris, so obviously, you've got a blank canvas. What's something you make? Like, do you go, I'm going to make a tree? Like, can you give me an example of something you've made?
Yeah, so usually every Christmas I'll do a Christmas scene. I've got my nephew Matthew, he's 10 years old, and last year we sat down and we drew up together what he would like me to build as a Christmas theme.
Yeah.
And then I built it for him. He helped me a little bit, but it was mainly,
You kept doing it wrong? Leave it, just don't let me. Let Auntie Chris do it.
That's what I was thinking. Is Matthew allowed near the brick pit, or are you like, you never go in that room, okay? That's Auntie Chris's special room.
All my nieces and nephews are allowed in there, but yeah, they're very respectful. So I'm pretty lucky that way. So.
Chris,
you
said you've been doing it for 40 years since you were 7. Yep. What's the oldest and coolest piece of Lego you've got?
Okay, so my sister and I received as a joint present when we were kids the very first Lego castle that was ever built.
Wow.
It's amazing. And we've got the box and the instructions still for it as well.
Whoa.
So, it's awesome. It's a yellow castle with a little drawbridge that goes down. It's very cool.
That must be what makes it, more valuable when you've actually got the instructions in the box and you've kept everything in mint condition.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the oldest. Is what would you say is your most valuable piece? Like, not like we want to rob you, but what all the collectors want.
If someone walks into your Lego room and they're looking around, which piece do you go look at there? Like, which piece are you showing off?
Probably. So in 2007, Lego brought out the start of the modular buildings. So every year from 2007 onwards, they've released a new building. They release it on the 1st of January, and they're very collectible. So the very first one's called Cafe Corner from 2007, and it's probably worth about $3,500 or $4,000.
And you've got that assembled, put together.
Yeah, I've got it assembled and put together. I've got all the buildings put together and that. So
It is cool. I was actually I was walking around the other day on the weekend, I believe it was, and I walked past a Lego store, and I was like, because I've got a young son, he's 11 weeks old, and I was like, I am so looking forward to building Lego with him because you can get so many cool things. Like I want to build all of the stuff. I want to build the Death Star. You can build the Hogwarts castle. Do you get into the pop culture world, or do you do more the buildings?
No, definitely. I love Harry Potter and that, and I do love Star Wars. But the Mandalorian have got a couple of pieces there as well now. So Grogu.
You did Grogu?
Yeah,
I love that.
That is cool. Would you notice, if you walked in your room and someone put Grogu in the Hogwarts castle, would you walk in and be like, something's wrong, something is wrong? You know where every piece is, sort of thing?
It's pretty funny you say that because my mum is still into Lego. She's she's in her late 70s, and she actually loves building as well. So she always loved doing stuff with us kids.
Yeah.
But I know when she's been in my Lego room because she does cheeky things with Lego minifigures. Like she'll shape them in different ways. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's cute.
They're alive. The toys are alive. Well, Chris, all the best with selling your house. I mean, that is going to be an absolute nightmare, carefully moving all your Lego to your new place.
So not to get too logistical, but when you do the move, how do you secure it so it doesn't break in the move?
Oh, I haven't figured it out yet. So I'll keep you posted. I'll check back in with you guys. And let you know.
Well, honestly, I love chatting with you. I always love when someone's super passionate about something. So, maybe we will have to get an update on the big Lego move.
All the best, Chris. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.